Hey, what's going on, guys? Divinity here. Go follow me at Divinity on Instagram. Today, got a trip report. It's going to be 600 UG LSD by Tank Equivalent on Reddit. And I hope you guys enjoy the report today. Let's get right into it. When it started to kicked in pretty hard. My sister had more experience than me, and she decided to be my trip sitter. We took the tabs not knowing they were double dipped, around 250 to 300 UG each tab. I remember seeing my New York skyline posters spreading across the wall, slowly spiraling as the buildings danced to a beat I created in my head. The same beat stared, getting louder as I slowly dazed off into the trip. I decided to follow the beat in my head. I remember everything slowly turning dark even though my eyes were open, or I assumed they were. I remember entering a dark place. It felt as if I had waken up from a dream and this was reality, just a pure space of darkness. I remember seeing a light. I slowly started approaching it until something inside me told me to stop and was automatically transported back into my room. At the moment, I was still enjoying myself while I lost myself in my own trips. Fast forward, my sister decided to go out to my oldest sister's house, which was a 1 minute drive, and insisted in taking me. I decided to stay because I felt like I would have had a bad trip. This was probably the worst mistake I made since. Now I'm basically home alone. I turned the lights off, which was another mistake. As curiosity kicked in, me being a teenage male, I decided to go on P-Hub and search for erotic audios. I came across a dark video called Succubus Rotten Shrines 20-minute dark ambient. The video had crazy synths and bass that drove me deep inside my mind. Was enjoying myself as I could visually see the sounds in the dark. I felt my eyes roll up and my eyelids started to flicker. Could hear something that only could be described as electrical static that matched the rhythm of my eyelids, as if they were the ones causing that noise. I felt a moment of enlightenment, which boosted the trip into an intense level. I have no clue if the trip coincidentally peaked at the same time. I felt enlightenment, but it was an awesome feeling when I noticed how clear my thoughts became. At this point, the trip started turning really bad, as I couldn't stop thinking. Every single thought in my head sounded like I was screaming. It was to the point where I didn't know if I was talking out loud or not. I remember thinking about the universe and where it came from. This is when my trip started getting really bad and I started losing grip on my reality. I started getting convinced that my life was a whole lie and that the trip was my actual life. I remember seeing some type of binary code appearing in the darkness as I slowly started getting convinced that life was just a simulation and nothing really mattered. I turned the lights on to calm myself down, but it didn't help apart from stopping the hallucinations. I started feeling extreme fear. Felt as if some top secret organization was coming after me for stumbling into something I wasn't supposed to. Didn't help that I was home alone. I felt like I was going crazy. I even heard voices calling me crazy and telling me no one is going to believe what I saw. I was so lost in my trip that I was thinking of harming myself to prove the point that reality was fake. I remember starting thinking of relationships and religions to calm myself down. I slowly started to calm down, but after that I was still trembling with fear. I decided to call my friends, which was a bad move, but at the same time, they really did help me. I remember after looking in the mirror and feeling a form of inner peace within myself, but it wouldn't last long. Suddenly, I was watching parts of my life as a kid growing up, until now remembering all the selfless and selfish acts I did as a kid. also made me aware that I probably have a mild form of autism. I kept clicking off and on that. I felt like I was both sober and tripping. I remember hearing two voices in my head, both being my own, yet one someone else. Like if I was talking to someone else, I remember that voice telling me about a certain thing we humans do, how we are selfish in some sort of way, how we create things like religions for comfort and trying to know what our purpose in life should be, and how everybody is crazy yet sane. There's so much more that I can't seem to remember. I decided to call my sister, which coincidentally was outside and about to call me to open the door. This was pretty much it, but damn, even though it was scary for the first time, I kind of want to re experience it again. Wow. Guys, that was a pretty good report. Not gonna lie. I think 300 UGs, a little 600 UGs, way too much for anyone. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you can reflect off this and learn something. And appreciate you for listening. Bye.